Welcome to Millennial Mondays. We're your hosts, Jamie and Sydney, and we're here to talk to you about our generation. This is the first episode of Millennial Mondays, which is a new web series dedicated entirely to marketing's favorite buzzword, millennials.
As members of Generation Y, we want to look at research facts, myths, opinions surrounding our peers. We're not going to fact spout or data dump. We're going to look at some qualitative insights and really get some good feedback on what backs up the facts or dispels the myths. Throughout the whole series, we're going to look at psychographics, demographics, values, beliefs, social media habits, and all of the stuff that makes a millennial a millennial.
Exactly. So, to get things started, on this first episode, we're just going to talk about one basic thing. What is a millennial?
Well, a millennial is anyone born after 1980, which this year makes it anyone between the ages of 18 and 34 years old.
Exactly. So that'll put celebrities like Kate Hudson and all of One Direction in the same cohort.
Which, as you can see, that's a huge age range and it's very vague. So Jamie's going to talk a little bit about the issues of doing research with the whole cohort on one big data dump.
Well, for one, 18-year-olds and 34-year-olds are expected to react the same way to the same material, while the 34-year-olds are expected to act differently than the 35-year-olds, even though they're a year age in difference, just because of the generations that they fall into. Another problem is that taking all of the data from that wide range of ages will put everything into one pot and can become really confusing. So, what can we do about it?
You can divide them up. What we found at TripleScoop is actually dividing up by life stages, not necessarily just age ranges, really makes a big difference. So those, we could look at owning a house versus those in college or those who are married or have children, and we'll get a lot more accurate data and a lot more accurate segmentation inside of that.
So when you're doing your research or when you're doing your marketing, don't be overwhelmed by the numbers, and don't be afraid to split it up and do everything in small chunks.
And don't try to use just one number to define the entire generation. It's going to be much easier to handle if you divide them up.
Exactly. And who knows? It might even save the world.
Thank you for watching the first episode of Millennial Mondays.
It's brought to you by TripleScoop Premium Market Research, and we'll bring you a new episode every Monday.
Next week, we'll be looking at how millennials use social media to make decisions. See you then.
See ya.